Welcome to This Week in Housing, August 17th, 2021.
All right, so let's talk about, we're in and out all day long, meeting all kinds of people. But for as many people as we meet, seems like we probably get asked the same 3, 4, 5 questions pretty much every day. So I think we can all agree probably the number one right now especially is, when is the market going to crash? What do you guys think about that?
Drew, you want me to take it? All right, so when is the market going to crash?
When?
Great question. It's not looking like it's going to crash anytime soon, that is for sure. Now, I will start this by saying I've been wrong many times, and this won't be the first time or the last time if I am wrong about this. However, I will say that there is a big supply and demand imbalance right now. We have about 160 homes on the market today, the Dalton MLS, and there are 215, 220 that are under contract. So anytime you have more under contract than are active, that tells you there's a demand problem, right? We have a lot of demand, and we don't have enough supply. Typically, in our market, we sell about 100 to 115 homes a month. So if we only have 160 on the market, that's less than 2 months supply. National Association of Realtors tells you that about 4 to 6 months is a healthy supply. So we are very unhealthy from a supply standpoint. So you have very limited supply. You have very high demand. One of the things that has driven the demand in our local market is the number of employers that have hired more people or have relocated here. We've got a lot of that. So if we just take 3 or 4 of those, let's look at the hospital with the 2 new buildings they've created. They've hired hundreds, if not thousands, of people at the hospital to man those 2 buildings, the Cancer Center and the Autism Center. We also have Gidea, which is an automotive manufacturer. They have moved to town. They've hired hundreds of people. We have the solar cell plant that's now here manufacturing solar cells. They've hired hundreds of people. So let's just say, for fun, that's 2,000 people. It's probably more, but let's just be conservative and say that there are 2,000 people now working here that weren't working here before, right? Well, we only produce about 20 to 25 homes a month in this town, right? So when you look at the Whitfield County building permits average, it's about 20 to 25 homes a month over the last 5, 6, 7 years. So after the financial crisis in 2008, 9, 10, 11, most of the builders here either left town and went to build somewhere else or started working somewhere else, not building homes. So we have a very big problem with number of skilled laborers in this town, right? So we don't have enough contractors, we don't have enough plumbers, electricians, all those people, right? So when we don't have enough of those people to build these houses, the most we can produce is limited to those number of people, or we have to import them from somewhere else, right? There are a few builders from Calhoun that are coming up here. There's a regional builder that's now building here. But even this year in 2021, we are still producing about 30 homes a month, right? So we still have a long way to go. If we produce 30 homes a month times 12 months, that's 360 homes, right? We just talked about 2,000 people being relocated here to work here. What are we talking about? We got 5, 6 years worth of inventory wiped out by 4 employers. Now that doesn't count the fact that there are little small businesses like this one where there's 11 people on our team that have a job, right? There's other small businesses that are here that also serve all those big companies. So ton of influx, ton of demand, very little supply.
Right.
So not only is it not catching up, it's actually separating. Like it's getting worse as far as supply-demand balance goes, right? So when you say crash, I mean, yes, if interest rate went to 11 tomorrow, you would probably feel a crash, right?
Yeah.
The chances of the interest rate going to 11 tomorrow, pretty slim. The chances of this demand just drying up immediately, very slim. So the real estate market's not like the stock market, right? Tesla might be down 15% today, which I think it is. But I know it's down. I don't know what the percentage is. But it might be down 15% today. It might be up 27% tomorrow. Real estate just doesn't move that fast, right? There are a lot of things that have to play. It's a 90-day cycle from the time the guy walks in that says, I want to buy a house, till the time we actually close. It's probably a 90-day cycle. We got to get him pre-approved. We got to go find the house. We got to put it under contract. It takes 30, 45 days to get the lending done. So it's a long process. This is not a quick turn thing. So at the moment, I don't see anything that says we're going to stop hiring people. As a matter of fact, our unemployment rate's below 5. I don't see anything that tells me that the demand is going to stop. We all have clients right now. They're moving here from somewhere else, right? So you factor that in with we're still really pumping out the houses now, and we're doing 30, right? So 30 a month. That's not enough. Now there are some projects that are coming on that are kind of big projects, and so that will certainly help. But I actually think it's going to have the opposite effect. I think it's going to bring, now that there are some things to look at, it's actually going to bring more buyers to the market. So, in June we had 74 houses on the market. So now we've got 160. That feels like a huge jump. And it is, but the demand is so far outstripping it that we still have even more under contract. So what that says is the demand is sitting on the sideline waiting for something to get listed, and when it gets listed, it goes. Mm-hmm. So the market is still super hot, even if it slows down, which I think would be a good thing. A slowdown is different than a crash. Mm-hmm. A slowdown means last year we appreciated over 20% year over year for the value of your home. It went up over 20% last year if you're in Whitfield County. Well, let's say it slows down. The market's really crashing. It's gone down 10% since last year. Well, that's still a 10% positive, right? We still have room. So I expect it not to increase by 20% this year. Mm-hmm. I expect it to increase maybe 7 or 8%. That's not a bad year. Since 1971, the average appreciation year over year for a house in the country is 5%. So let's call it 8%. Man, that's an awesome year.
Still a win.
It may feel like it's not a big deal, but it's a big win, right? 8% appreciation year over year. That's good. I'll be happy with that.
And wasn't too, back in 08, 09, wasn't the main driver there the subprime loans, and not so much something that we deal with to the same extent now?
Yeah, that is a good point. That the subprime lending problem created other problems in the market. So when in 2005, 6, 7, I was actually a mortgage broker, and so we did these things called ninja loans, and it's NINA, no income, no asset. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care if you have anything at all. Your assets don't matter to me. Do you have a 650 credit score? Awesome. Sign right here.
And a good attitude.
That's right. Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, sign right here. And oh, by the way, let me call the appraiser directly and tell him what this house needs to appraise for. That doesn't happen anymore. You actually have to have a credit score. You have to have income. You have to have assets today. So yes, one of the big problems, I wouldn't say the biggest, but one of the big problems that happened in 2007 is not happening today. I don't have any NINA loans or ninja loans or SISA, which we stated income, stated asset. So you have to give me a number. I don't care. I don't check it. I have to give me a number. That doesn't exist anymore either, right? There are a few things that are making it easier today to get a loan. Like we just heard from a lender the other day, talked about 100% FHA product. Mm-hmm. Well, if you have no skin in the game, kind of makes it a little harder to pay that monthly payment every month if something happens and your transmission blows up. It's like, well, I don't care if I get behind on this house because I don't have any money in it anyway.
I'll just walk away.
Yeah.
So those are dangerous. I hope that we kind of are really smart with those.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a problem.
And you mentioned too the comment you made, call the appraiser and see what it needs to appraise for. Kind of moving back over to what we're getting asked now and the sort of things that we're dealing with right now. Appraisals, a big issue for us, coming in short pretty consistently. How are you guys navigating that?
Well, I would say in this market, it's I've never seen it before, but people are willing to pay the difference. They love the home. Not many homes on the market. Got to move. Their house is under contract. We were going to pay 20% down. We'll just take some of that money, pay it towards the difference, and move on.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't ever really seen that before.
Right. Same here. Like more this year than ever before, the previous 4 or so. Absolutely.
Yeah, same for me. I would have not thought that would be a case, and I've seen it happen many times on my deals. I sold a house of a family member, actually, and the person that bought it paid over appraised value, which blows my mind.
Yeah.
But it's happening often, actually. Yeah.
What else is coming up pretty common for you guys?
If I sell my house, where do I go?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. One thing that people don't realize is the Airbnb market in Dalton is pretty solid. Like, you can buy a house and rent it out through Airbnb and have pretty steady income. We've got a client that's done this 4 or 5 times now, and he would live in the main level of his house, rent out his basement. Awesome. He bought another house, sold that house, bought another house, did the same thing there. I've got another friend that bought a house and it's a little, not quite a tiny house, but it kind of feels like it.
Yeah.
Rents it out all the time, makes money. Like, it is a profitable business. And so I can think of at least half a dozen clients that are doing the Airbnb thing. So I will tell you that as agents, we can help you with that. Like we sell houses that we know they're going to use for Airbnb, and we have those coming up fairly often. So if you're thinking about selling your house and I don't have anywhere to go, let us know ahead of time. Maybe we can secure an Airbnb for a month or two that buys you extra time. Another thing that we do sometimes is we do a lease back. So we can sell the house. You lease it back from the people that bought it for 60 days. I think the maximum in Georgia they'll allow is 60 days without some other special things going on. Again, we're not attorneys. We're just real estate agents. So talk to your attorney when you figure that out. But anyway, we do lease backs fairly regularly as well. If you want to put your house on the market, get the price you want for it, and then lease it back, that's one way. Another thing that we're doing is a guaranteed offer. So as the Selling North Georgia team, we've started marketing the guaranteed offer program. So we will buy your house. It is slightly at a discount because we have some other parameters that we got to meet. But if you're more concerned about convenience than you are getting the absolute max value of your house, and you're concerned about not being able to fix it up if you need to, or you're concerned about the timing of it all, we'll make a guaranteed offer. You can pick the closing date. If you want to close and keep possession for a couple of weeks, we can make that happen too. That way you've got the money to go buy the next house. Mm-hmm. So there are ways to get around the what if I can't find the home I'm looking for.
Yeah. I think those three definitely cover the bulk of, like I said, the most common things that I'm getting asked.
Oh, there's one more.
Oh, is there one more?
There is one more.
What you got?
So the other one is contingent on me finding my house, right?
Yes.
So let's put it under contract. We'll put it on the market. Actively list it. Okay, we get a deal. Offer comes in, you love. We take it, contingent on you finding the house that you want to move to. Right? Mm-hmm. So that does kind of shift a little bit of pressure. And so now you're thinking, okay, I really got to find something because these guys are making plans to move. But it does at least let you have that assurance. And if you can't find the place, you don't move.
Very cool. That's all I got. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, I will wrap it up and say that the market is still crazy hot. We still have tons of buyers out there that are looking for places to go. We have 160 listings. We need 400. We'd need 350 for sure. So we're halfway where we need to be on listings. So still need more listings. The rental market is hot. So if you have a house that you would like to keep as a rental, we got you covered. There are plenty of tenants in the works. So that's it. I think
we get lots of calls every day about rentals.
Yeah, I think the rental market is hot. I think interest rates are still low. We're talking 3% ish right now.
Right.
Talk to your mortgage lender. We're realtors. We're not lenders. The market is so hot. The interest rates are crazy low. Now's a great time to buy. If you're a landlord, now's a great time to own property.
No good.
Yeah, we'll talk about the eviction moratorium next week. But yeah, it is. It's a great time to be a landlord. Rents have skyrocketed 22% year over year for one of my houses. I rented it last year, $1,100. I rented it $1,400 this year.
Wow.
And was on the market maybe a day.
Crazy.
It was crazy, super fast. So anyway, yeah, the market's hot. Let's talk.
We'll end it there. It's hot.
There you go.